Hello, and welcome to everything that you need to know about 1.20 and like everything that's gonna be in it, all the main stuff, and not really any of the stuff that's already kind of been added. So, the first thing that we are going to take a look at is the bamboo stuff. So, there's there's a jungle over there, there's bamboo shoots that you can get. And in order to make this bamboo, because this is what you'll make, you'll need to get uh, nine bamboo in a crafting table, and like make a full block, that kind of thing. Like you'd make an iron block with 9 iron ingots, that way. And so you have the fence gate, fence, door, trapdoor, button, and all of this fun stuff here. Now, over here, the sign is a hanging sign, which we have over here. There's 3 variants to it. Well, 3 like hanging variants. There's many variants. So if I search hanging sign, you're gonna see a bunch of variants because all the wood types have it. But you have the chain diagonals to the thin spot, the 2 chains hanging from the bottom of a block, and then the side of a block here, just like that. And I believe you need stripped log and chains to make this. Let me just double check that. So if you grab something like that's perfect. Yeah, so you take stripped logs of whatever it is, or in the case of bamboo, you'll do the green, strip that to get this, and then put it in this section right here, and you'll do chains in these 2 spots. So basically you're crafting it as if it looked like this, if that makes sense. The next thing we will be going to is the new biome, the Cherry Grove biome. The new biome is the Cherry Grove, which is a mountain biome, and trees will have, and the trees that will spawn here will have 3 different types, well, 3 different ways that it can generate, plus whatever extra ways that it can generate as well. So the first one has 2 branches, kind of like this. There's one with 1 branch or 1 trunk. That's not it. There's a 3-parter. Here's a 1 trunk one. So there's that. And these leaves give off particle effects, and it almost seems like it generates these pink petals on the ground, but unfortunately it does not. But you can grab yourself some bone meal and just bone meal that to get a bunch of it, and you can actually orient these in 4 different ways as well, so depending on where you face is how they orient. So just a quick demonstration of that, just like that. And then after you place the first one, it doesn't matter how you're looking, because it will just place the flowers as it knows how to. The next piece is like all the wood stuff. I don't think I grabbed the signs. Let's grab that real quick. They're really just pink signs, so not like anything different really. But that's all the cherry stuff. And I did actually forget about something with the bamboo stuff. So if I search bamboo or BAM, there's the boat is actually not a boat, it's a raft. And I definitely forgot about this, and I do apologize, but it acts exactly the same to the boat variants, just looks a little bit different. So this is the raft, bamboo raft. And while we're in such a nice place, let's do the sniffer, and there's multiple things with the sniffer too. So first we'll take a look at the egg, which also there's an achievement. There's multiple achievements. I don't remember all of them. That's definitely the first one, or one of the ones that I remember, obviously, because I just got it. You just have to obtain a sniffer egg from archaeology, and I believe it's suspicious sand in warm ocean ruins, I believe. There might be another spot, but I don't fully remember, so don't fully quote me on that. But I believe it's warm ocean ruins, suspicious sand, and we will get to archaeology a little bit later. But first, you can place down the sniffer egg on grass, and it'll take 20 minutes for it to hatch, or you could get some moss, and it will take 10 minutes, and so it just cuts the time in half. Now, if I just spawn a couple of these guys here, just a couple of them, hopefully they go start sniffing, or searching to sniff. Oh, he may have found, this one may have found something, maybe? Or he's just running away from me. They don't drop anything when killed, I believe. Oh, this guy is trying to sniff for something, I believe. Oh, yep, here he goes, maybe? No? No? Anyways, there are two new plants, torch flower and the pitcher pod, I believe. Oops. And you can plant both the pod itself and the seeds for the torch flower in farmland, and when you break it, it will not like give you a seed, so you'll just have to use sniffers to get more seeds. But here's what both of them look like. This is the pitcher plant, I believe. Pitcher plant, yeah, which it has a huge hitbox compared to, actually no, I guess the grass has a pretty big hitbox as well. This one has a smaller hitbox, but you know, it just caught me off guard a little bit. Go away. But here's what they look like. This one does not give off any light besides its name, and I think that's basically everything with the sniffers. I can't remember anything else. So let's go to a desert, and we'll do a couple things there. Oh, one of the sniffers actually did its sniffing animation over here, and he got a pitcher pod. But anyways, let's go to a desert village, because there are multiple things that we can do, especially with the desert, but we'll get to those. Okay, so the first thing with desert villages, specifically villages on this one, let's grab ourselves a saddle, is that you can find camels at the desert well. So right here, this is the desert well, and then you see the camel there. I believe it's one camel. I can't fully remember, but you can put a saddle on it, and then that was its sitting animation, sitting position. Now you can ride it, and there's actually space for 2 players, but I don't have anyone else to play with me on this single player world, so you'll just have to believe me, but there is definitely space for that. So you can ride around on the camel, fun stuff, and then oops, if you hold space, once I get down here, if you hold space, he does a little bit of dash. I'll do it in F5 mode as well, just to try and show it a little bit. And it covers a decent gap, and then he slows down for a bit as he's recharging, and then yeah. And while it's nighttime, I'm not going to set it to day immediately. We're going to see if enemies spawn. Not you. You can still hit me. Specifically zombies, because I know zombies have a special interaction with camels, but husk zombie. Someone want to spawn in? There's one. There's one. Okay. So there's a skeleton there. I don't want to get shot by him. Also, let's go into survival too, so that they notice me. So the zombie is gonna come over here. Go away, the spider. But the zombie can't hit me. The spider could. The skeleton could. Ow! Right there, you saw the spider hit me. But the skeleton can because obviously he's ranged. The creeper can because it explodes. But zombies and husks and drowned will not be able to hit you because you're that high up. You can breed 2 camels with cactus. And is there anything else with you, sir? Camel. I don't think so. Also, little interesting Easter egg. Now that I'm seeing it, if you look at the nose of the camel, it looks kind of like a skeleton skull. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but that is an interesting detail. You can see it right there, and he just sat down. But yeah, that's basically everything with the camel. I don't think I missed anything. Let's see if there's actually anything interesting here. No, nothing interesting in there. Okay. Let's make it day real quick. And let's see if we can find a desert pyramid, because that is going to lead us into archaeology. Let's just locate it real quick. Locate structure. Okay, so let's say that you entered the desert pyramid from like the entrance that it would want, which I believe is over this way. And you just walk in and you're kind of exploring, or you could enter from like one of the other sides or something. But you enter from over here and you walk in, you kind of look around before going down, and you see this. Now this is actually new, and there's a piece of suspicious sand there, so let's grab ourselves a brush and see what we get from it. And it looks like we get TNT. There's loot tables for each piece of suspicious sand in different places. So here you can get TNT, pottery shard, or shards. I believe it's pronounced the same, but it's spelt differently, so it's with an E, not an A. And you also get an achievement for getting a pottery shard. And you can get all sorts of stuff in these. And no, nothing changed about down here. That's still a trap. Is there actually anything good in here? No, no, no. Goodbye. But yes, archaeology gives you pottery shards. That was loud. Which are part of archaeology, and there's actually a lot of pottery shards too. I believe there's like 20. If we look in our inventory and search shard, I believe this is 20, so 9 across. Yeah, that's 20. There's a few that you can get in the pyramid. I believe it's 3. You can get 1 from the wells, and most of them are actually in a new structure, which we will get to soon. So let's grab ourselves some different shards. Doesn't matter which ones they are. And let's grab a crafting table if I can spell, which I can't. And you can actually craft pots with shards, 4 shards, or any amount of shards less than or equal to 4, and replacing whatever ones that are not full shards with a brick. Now, I did get a achievement there, which is it's something again I totally actually did not remember these. So there's another achievement, 4 pottery shirts you get, and you make a pot, and yeah. So you can have your pots actually decorated. They'll have fun designs. So the sword, the bow. Uh, Actually, what is that one? Is it minor? Maybe that one could be minor. But there's lots of ways that you could make these. Uh, Before they only had 4, and then they were like, oh yeah, we should probably add more, and then they added more. So now we have all of that. I believe the new structure is an archaeology ruins, so let's see if I can find that real quick. Ancient city, no, trail ruins, that's what they are. So trail ruins is the new structure specifically related to archaeology, and when you come across one, it'll look something like this. So it'll have the terracotta, and it'll have gravel, it'll have suspicious gravel, and it's not going to have suspicious sand. As you dig around, you can get you can find the bricks, the mud bricks, I believe these are called, and it's like really expansive. I don't remember how exactly you can find like pottery sherds, and there are armor trims that you can get as well. There's a lot of armor trims. I likely will not show all of them, but if you want to look at all of them, do take a look at one of my other videos that showcases the armor trims. There's definitely a lot of exploring that you can do in these ruins. I'm not going to do a whole lot of it because it's a lot, but let's head into the armor trims, since I did mention that, and you can get 4 different ones in this structure, and these structures also are like generally pretty big. Let me see if I can see it a little bit. No, not really. It's kind of hard to see, but they do have different things. Like over here, you saw a crafting table somewhere. There it is. And so you can find some typically man-made blocks within this structure. Now, let's take a look at armor trims, because armor trims are very new and add a whole lot of interesting things to how you might play Minecraft. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at is actually the smithing table, because that got a little bit revamped. So before, it had a place where you could put armor and tools over here, and then it had a plus sign, and then you'd add the netherite ingot, and then you'd get the netherite form of it. This armor stand was not here, but now if I put in a helmet, and you can actually put these in any order as well. Before you had to put in the template, or before you had to input the template first, but now you can do any order that you like. And so I honestly grabbed just 4 random plus the smithing template to show off that. And the first one is so the first thing that you'll notice is that there's 3 slots, one for the templates, one for the armor when you're adding trims to it, or if you're upgrading it, that'll be where the tools go, and then here's where you can do like netherite or uh, gold or amethyst or redstone or lapis or etc, etc. There's a whole lot of things that you can use to color. And doing the first one, you get a new achievement, crafting a new look. And so you can just organize, like you can make it however you want, and you'll see a little bit of a preview on the uh, on the armor stand over here, and yeah, that's basically everything. With the armor trims, there's a lot of trims. So if I look at trim, there's uh, 16 trims, and most of them are like how these ones are. So they're like the design on top of the armor, or at least that's what it kind of looks like. But the exception is actually the silence one, which you can get in the ancient city. And let me grab a piece of armor real quick. Doesn't matter what material goes on what as well. You can put iron on iron, diamond on diamond, netherite on netherite, etc., etc. But if I just take a look at this uh, helmet and put it on as well, you will see that it's mostly purple and not as much blue, which is definitely very interesting that the silence armor trim does something a little bit different. And again, that one is found in the ancient city. If you look at the names of the trims, you can actually kind of guess where you can get them. So the sentry, for example, could be the pillager outpost. Vex would be the mansion. Wild, maybe. Actually, I don't remember where that one is. Coast, shipwrecks, dune, I believe desert. Right? Is it desert? Or the pyramid? I don't remember. With dune, the wayfinder. Well, these four are based on the colors, so these ones are. Uh, these ones are in the new structure. This is in the end because of the purple. This one is maybe the stronghold. This one is the fortress, another fortress. This is anyways, you kind of get my point. Based on the name, you can kind of figure it out, and based on what it looks like as well. I've been rambling that a little bit long. Let's grab some diamond armor and grab a piece of netherite. Actually, let's grab a couple pieces of that and another one of these, because I'm not fully sure about one thing. But I am sure about being able to upgrade this. So a netherite upgrade you can find in bastions. And so you can upgrade your diamond armor into netherite. But the thing is, if you want to get duplicates of any of these, as far as I know, if you want duplicates of any of these, you have to put a block that resembles closely the template. So for the netherite upgrade, it would be netherrack, and so you'd need netherrack, the template, and diamonds around it. So kind of like uh, this, like that pattern here, except the shards are diamonds, and this is netherrack, and that is how you duplicate them. So basically, one becomes two, and then if you put two in, that'll become four, that kind of thing. So if you do that, and good thing to note, if you have some sort of trim on your armor and you want to upgrade it, you can upgrade it straight from there, and then it keeps the trim. So that's actually definitely really cool. Is there anything else? I don't believe so, just thinking off the top of my head. Okay, so the next thing is actually the Chiseled Bookshelf, which that's an early thing, and so you can, like, that was one of the first things that they added, and originally it didn't matter where you clicked, it would just fill it in just like I did there. But, as you see when I took stuff out, you can actually click wherever you want, and with any of these books. So, you can do any enchanted book, any book in quill, etc., etc. It doesn't really matter that much. And whatever the last one was that you interacted with, it will give a redstone signal equivalent to it. So I just interacted with 5, so it would be a signal strength of 5. If that makes sense. Speaking of redstone, we also have the calibrated sculk sensor and changes to the sculk sensor itself. So the calibrated one, if you put in redstone of a certain signal strength, it'll look for sounds equaling that signal strength. And there's a whole guide with it, but I honestly am not a huge fan of redstone, and I don't understand redstone very well. So if you do want to take a look at that, I believe I did cover this before. So again, check out one of my other videos if you are interested with this. But one thing that I can show off is how sculk sensors can actually travel through amethyst, and I don't fully remember how it works, but it's like, and we'll do one over here. Okay, so if I walk here, maybe no. Let's try this. Ah, yeah, there we go. That's how it works. Okay, so if I make sound over here, it'll go through this one, hit here, and I don't think it hits over there. But it definitely travels in a straight line. Yeah, it's not hitting over there. And if you listen carefully, there's actually a new sound too once it hits the amethyst. So I'll be quiet real quick for this one. It's almost like a gonging sound that it makes when it hits the amethyst and is traveling through it. And with that, I believe I hit everything. I'm gonna check something real quick. Okay, so, literally one last thing, and I don't remember if this is, like, strictly 120 or if it's already out, but the Vex texture has been changed. So, this is the new texture. I did cover this before, but this is the new texture. It looks kind of like the Allay. But that is definitely the last thing I have. And so I thank you guys for watching. I hope you will have fun with 1.20, with it releasing tomorrow, or depending on your time zone, it might already be out. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!